Hello everybody, it is I, once again, Mephiles Metal Sonic. I am finally getting out to you the Injustice Gods Among Us Wii U edition of review, which it's basically the Xbox 360 game on the Wii U. So, nothing really much to say about that, but I have stuff to do. Oh, and I did not 100% this game. No, I did not, because there's a lot to do, and I don't feel like unlocking everything, as this game ain't Castlevania Judgment. So, stay tuned.
Well, I try to do it right this time around. Let's start over. I try to do it right this time around. It's not over. 'Cause a part of me is dead in the ground. This love is killing me, but you're the only one. It's not over.
So, what would happen if Superman suddenly lost his shit, went psycho, and started bitch slapping everyone?
Interesting question. Very interesting. Not interesting at all, but it's been fairly easy. So the story of Injustice Gods Among Us is that basically Superman in an alternate universe has become a dictator, and the awesome Resistance Batman has brought the other guys, Batman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, and Aquaman, and who is very forgettable, almost forgettable of them, as you only play as him for like one section early on. It's completely unimportant. And Green Arrow, of course. This Green Arrow, not like Green Arrow from Arrow, not awesome or cool or anything. He is pretty cool, but this one's more of the funny type. You know, he's making cheesy cracks and stuff like that. And I would very much prefer if Wonder Woman wasn't in the story, though. Well, as both her negative and positive versions are sucky and annoying. And also, what's with Raven's redesign and her being in the story does not make a lot of sense. I mean, I see why she's helping Superman, but how is it going to hasten her father's return? Or isn't that... I know I haven't read the comics, but in Teen Titans, she was the door. She was like the portal. Well, he becomes the portal, and Trigon comes in, and everything turns to stone and lava. Also, one thing I noticed, when since are Wonder Woman and Raven sisters? I know this is just pointing things out, but at some time in the Clash system, like the Clash system, where you are in the middle of a combo, if someone stops it, then you sort of clash as using part of your meter. But anyways, when it's Raven against Wonder Woman, and Raven says something, and Wonder Woman says, "It's over, my sister," or something like that. And I don't know, they are not sisters. That is impossible. Well, I know Raven's father is basically Satan, but he's Trigon. There is no Greek god named Trigon, and there is Hades, and that's it. Done. Kaput. But there's no Titan either, and I think so. I think there's no Titan. And if there were a Titan, then that would make Raven and Wonder Woman's aunt. That's just weird. But so that's just pointing that out. Let's get down to the review. Well, first, I found but the gameplay is good. It's good. It's very solid, except for my one problem, or few problems. I have plenty of problems with this gameplay. And first off, there's no jump button, and which is very bad for me. What is this? Killzone 1? We need a jump button, people. Jump buttons are basically required in games, especially fighting games. or any game sort of all, why do people cut out the jump button sometimes? Is it so you can't walk? Seriously, I feel comfortable jumping a lot when I'm trying not to get shot. Or hit. I like jumping. It's always my thing. I do jump attacks. It's something that tends to just happen. My sister does jumping sort of stuff in games. Like in Castlevania Judgment, she would always do the jump attacks. Cause they are more and jumping attacks are usually not as. It's just a thing. But so by jumping you flick the controller or the left joystick up, which I'll note is really bad. I mean, that is so clunky. It's clunky. It's hard to do. Well, I mean, my controller. I'm not looking at what my controller is doing. I naturally try to do it in some way, but I might end up jumping forward. I might end up pressing the back button. Jumping backward. Or just jump, which is also another issue. So you perform combos with like the B button is heavy attack, XY button is light attacks, and the X button is medium attacks. Now, you perform your combos by using the joystick in certain way. These are the left thumbstick, and while it works for a certain move. Sometimes there are pretty precise moves that I can't really do that much. Because I haven't got any hand-eye coordination. I got the eye, I don't have the hand. I have some of the hand, but my thumb is not that agile. Well, it's just not very easy to pull off. Like, you know. Oh, now then there's the a famous. There's online this game has online multiplayer, and despite its clunky controls, it is kind of fun to play. Sometimes it can be a bit of a bore, but it's fun to play. There's the L trigger and the R trigger, which when pressed together performs your super move when your meter's filled. But I actually never figured out the gameplay. No. There's somehow to do a sort of combo breaker or super or a strong attack. Like, listen, if I need you to do anything, I'm just gonna do normal attacks. Normal attacks, because normal attacks are easy. Yeah, I'm not going to just do things like that. There's also press L, or in this case Z. L. I don't know, this control stick. The scheme is kind of confusing, but basically if you're using an Xbox controller, press L left button to do a sort of grab move, but if you both press it if someone presses it while you're grabbing, like really quickly, you will stop their move. Well, then the super moves are good depending on who you're playing it. Sometimes they can be awesome, and sometimes they can be incredibly boring. Batman. Okay, Batman's move is impressive at first, but it gets boring. Now, the only character one of the few characters who doesn't get boring at all is, of course, the Joker. I love the Joker. He is a great character to play. He has not just because he plays pretty well, which he does, but I love his opening where he has like this dead guard and mouths it like a puppet and says, "I don't know, Joker, this one looks kinda tough." "Oh, really? Well, I think you underestimate me." Or in the end sequence when you beat him, or when he beats you, or when he just covers you in gasoline like do 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 do. Who lights a match? You're fired. Or then his super move is also really good. Like, he's got the moves. Also, I'll note that I wasn't able to. Well, I could try to find a way to get gameplay footage, but I think that would require buying the Xbox 360. And I don't want to do that as I already have the Wii U version, and this game just isn't good enough to buy a second time. Unlike Black Ops 2, which I bought because it's easy to mow down on the noobs. Well, no, I bought because it would be fun. I like Black Ops 2, and despite its story being... Actually, the story in Black Ops 2 was really good for me. But it just had several sequences that I didn't like, and the ending was horrible. But the voice acting is also really well, not really. It's good voice acting, yeah, but it takes a bit getting used to. I like Batman's voice. I like Superman's voice. I mean, in Superman, in his best when he's a super villain. Yeah, Superman should always. I think anyways. I'm not actually a fan of most of the DC heroes. I don't really like Superman that much, but this game taught me to actually have some respect for Supes. Oops. I mean, how do you do that? It also gave me some respect for the Flash. The Flash. Which I already had some respect for Green Lantern, even though this version of him isn't very good. But it's not as bad as, like, the Justice League Green Lantern who's afraid of yellow. But he's pretty good. Like, whenever he beats you the first time, maybe he'll say damn straight. Oh yeah. Well, not oh yeah, but he should. But because as you all know, there health meters have connected, so there's no multiple rounds. It's just you beat their life meter once, and then you have to beat their second life meter, which is kind of like mashing up the round. It's very cool. Oh, really? Yeah, it makes you keep your super meter intact, in case, you use it and they got barely any life left on their first meter, and, well, you know what happens next. Expenwa, there's an impressive roster here of most, except my problems here. Where's Beast Boy? And where's Starfire? You got a Nightwing, who's basically Robin, which I prefer the normal, good-hearted Robin. Nightwing. Yeah, same thing, really. Rather than the evil one, as they're actually two different people. An evil one looks ugly. But, anyways, you got Nightwing, you got Raven, and you got Cyborg. Which Cyborg is also an awesome to play as character, as he reprises the exact same voice actor from Teen Titans. That's brilliant. I like that, yeah. Raven's same actress, too. Except she sounds different and she looks like a 30-year-old woman. Whereas the teen here, she doesn't look like a teen, Also, once again, where's Beast Boy? You can't have Raven without Beast Boy. They're like two peas in a pod, Beast Boy using his bad jokes and Raven, and then insulting him. They're both secretly in love. But anyway, so it's well voice acted, except I don't really like some parts of the voice acting. Especially Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman is just annoying to listen to. She talks about her being Amazon. Unlike what it means to be an Amazon. Listen, I don't care about the Amazon. I don't know I know the Amazon or something, but the only Amazon I care about sends me packages is when I give them money. Yeah, if I give Wonder Woman money, what does she give me? Nothing. She gives me nothing. And not only is she just really lame and boring, at one point she actually did talk to Superman, and then it was fun to listen to him talk in a way that it feels like they're like best friends or her exes or whatever, or who then became friends. They just talk in a way that it makes me actually enjoy her acting for a second. And that's how it goes when those two talk. I actually somewhat enjoy them talking to each other. Or when it's just Wonder Woman, I don't care. care or what she has to say. I'm just gonna skip or mute, as the story has many mute moments, but that's where I will mute it. But there are plenty of great moments that made me think made me think this was good story. Which it's a good story. You know, when I see the story, it reminds me of one of those cartoons you see. You know, one of those cartoon movies about superheroes. Was that just, average? They're good. It feels like one of those too. Ooh, everything but graphical. Yeah, actually, graphically a bit too, as it looks so like the character, or so the artists had the goal of getting the characters from the cartoons and make them look somewhat like they're in the real world. Well, they don't look realistic at the slightest. It's real. Except maybe like for Green Lantern, or maybe. But it did well. The graphics are rather average. Sometimes it looks good, sometimes it looks, as my sister had quoted, like a PlayStation 2 game. Which I did not buy that, as there is actually some good detail here. I mean, the Joker looks great. Batman actually looks kind of dumb. Aquaman always looks dumb. And Green Arrow looks okay, except for his beard. Speaking of which, why does he have a beard? I prefer his fuzzy face in Arrow, which I don't actually watch it. Oh, but my parents do, and so does my sister. But there's plenty of replayability. Like my brother and I played through it. And then I think the music's really good. I'd say, hey, from what I've heard, the music's good. But it's just kinda, well, it's great to listen to. Well, especially the main theme, but I actually did not hear all of the music, I think. As, let me note, all the music has to be unlocked if you want to listen to it individually with no action sequences. And also note that the maps all felt kind of like the same. They looked different, but they felt the same. Like the same thing, but just with something cool put on. Cool and different put on it. It didn't put in different order. Or it's all just about preference of what you think looks better. Or the Fortress of Solitude or the other. Or like Batman's Mansion. Also, there are the Star Labs missions, which, to be honest, I've only played like 7 of them. And then completed 6. Why? Because it's just there. There are over 230 missions, or 250 missions, and I don't feel like completing those. No, I do not. So, I'm not. Plus, from what I played, they're just filled with cheesy lines, cheesy writing. And a lot of them, except for a few exceptions of what I play, they feel kind of the same or unfair. Like when you're fighting Cyborg and there's rocks falling from the sky. How are you gonna dodge those if you can't really move that much? But you can't. If you jump, you hit a rock. If you like so, or you just better hope you don't hit any rocks. Now, this is a well-designed game, but it's just not as fun as all the other stuff. If you know, like it has an okay story, it has plenty of modes. Like I played it with my brother, but that also got kind of boring after a while. 'Cause he basically just keeps choosing the Flash. Also, when I realized I told you his first name, but there are hundreds of people named Josh, so you know nothing. Yeah, and that grew interesting eventually. Boring eventually. Yeah, as though it's fun, it just goes on. Then there's the online multiplayer, like I had said, which is good. It's fun. I played some of it, although I do get a few connection problems every once in a while. Oh, that booted me out, but it's fun to fight other people online more than fight people in real life. As you'll face a variety of people, when some of them will either kick your butt or be completely weak. I actually made a few friends on there. So there's also DLC, which I don't care to buy. It's just 4 fighters, which is Scorpion from Mortal Kombat, which I don't play or particularly like Mortal Kombat, because I saw some footage of Mortal Kombat X, and those fatalities are brutal and kind of disgusting. Yeah, and there's Zod, who I played against online, and he's kind of overpowered. There are a few overpowered characters and some underpowered characters. So, again, as my brother had said, a Deathstroke is OP. Yeah, I'm not arguing with that. I don't know what OP means. I don't speak text, so... But anyways, how does this game hold up? Its graphics are okay, the music's good, the story's okay, your gameplay is okay, voice acting's okay. The levels are the maps are slightly above average, including the missions, and the character selection's good. It has some good replayability. It gets a 34 out of 50, thus making it a good game. Probably not going to be the low point of the series, as my next game will be the Lego The Hobbit, which I assume I will be able to complete in a few hours, as it's Lego The Hobbit. Anyways, that's it.
And I tell you now, this path is folly. We are to unite the world's people, lessen man's rages, overcome them.
Why don't you shut your face, huh? You talking all the time with the mouth. You shut up. You shut up. And no one like a Desmond anyway, huh? Oh, you gonna blame me, huh? Why don't he shut his face, huh? Oh, fuck you. Look at this shit. The fuck of this. What the hell is this place, huh?
Okay, also, we're not quite done. As you notice, I didn't say Caleb Magnuson signing. I'll finish those clips over there. I just want to, again, and I'm just gonna say one thing. If you did not feel satisfied with this review, please go to the Angry Joe Show and see his review of Injustice, which is much, much better than mine. And all of Angry Joe's reviews are better than mine by miles. Because he is the Angry Joe. Angry Joe is bad. Angry Joe. You know. But anyways, that's all real. I'll put a link in the description. Make sure to sign the Fatal Frame 5 petition if you haven't yet. And my name is Caleb Magnuson. And signing off.